You're in a matrix of small pleasures. You may feel like you're in control, but the truth is, most of your day is driven by a silent, fast-paced mechanism. Your brain's reward system. Every notification, every like, every short video sends a quick dopamine hit to your brain, slowly pulling you toward a less motivated, more demanding version of yourself. This video tells you with certainty, if you want to escape the dopamine matrix, you need to restructure your life. Here are 9 methods, energetic, precise, non-negotiable, that will gradually realign your behavior, environment, and physiology. In this trilogy, each part explains 3 methods in detail and in action. This is the first part. Methods 1 through 3. Method 1. Cut it out completely. A practical and unbreakable digital fast. This is the foundation of everything. If your environment is full of dopamine triggers, no other technique will work. Digital fast means orderly and predetermined, not inconsistent and unplanned deletion. Step-by-step implementation. First 10 days, rule of 0 and 1. 72-hour audit. Record every notification, every app opening and closing, every time you look at the screen in a notebook or app for 3 consecutive days. Compare the numbers with yourself. The goal is to understand where you are most vulnerable. 2-step rule. For 14 days, every time you want to open an app. You must overcome 2 artificial obstacles. 1. Remove the icon from the home screen. 2. Completely log out of the account and enter a long password. This experienced deception makes immediate action less likely. Perfectionist deletion, with a reason. Delete any app that adds less than 10% of your daily value. Criteria. Would your life be better or worse without this app in 30 days? If not, delete it. Media window time. Only use entertainment media during 2 specific times of the day. 6:12 p.m. and 9:00 p.m. Each time slot has a specific time and a timer. Don't touch it outside of these windows. Dopamine pressure replacement. Instead of endless scrolling, have a list of deep activities. Reading a fixed chapter, taking a half-hour walk with a goal, writing 3 pages a day. Whenever you're tempted, you must do one of these 3. Commitment document. Write a piece of paper and commit to it, date it, and sign it. Have someone, friend or family, check in with you every day. Public commitment increases performance by 3 to 5x. Why does this work? Because fast dopamine becomes a habit. We break habits by creating friction. Removing the signals means removing the brain's repeated requests for immediate rewards. Practical tips for dealing with temptation. When tempted, ask yourself, how will this behavior make me in 30 days? Have a short message ready? No, I have something else to do now. And use it for when others send you links. Don't beat yourself up if you fail. Record the failure, find the pattern, correct it, and keep going. Measure progress. Metrics. Daily screen time, number of app opens and closes, number of times the schedule rule was broken. 14-day goal. Reduce screen time by 30 to 50% and have interruptions. Method 2. Body regeneration. Breath, cold, and movement for neuro-reset dopamine isn't just chemistry. Your body plays a role too. By tuning your nervous system and stimulating your vagus nerve, you can reduce your brain's sensitivity to superficial rewards and increase your capacity for deep pleasure. Daily practice protocol. Daily 20 to 45 minutes. Morning deterministic breath. 10 minutes. 3 minutes. Sit, slow belly breathing. Focus on exhaling. 4 minutes. Box breathing technique. 4 seconds. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. 3 minutes. 6 to 6 deep breaths. Slowing heart rate exercise. Goal: regulate stress hormones, improve focus. Cold exposure. 2 and 3 minutes. After 2 weeks of breathing therapy, take a cold shower for 30-60 seconds daily. Gradually increase to 2 to 3 minutes. Effect: increase norepinephrine, increase mental endurance, decrease superficial dopamine sensitivity. Purposeful movement, 20 minutes in the evening. Walk at a moderate pace or jog for 15 to 20 minutes. On 2 days a week, do simple strength training with 3 basic movements: squats, planks, swimming. Effect: release of serotonin and neurotrophins. Regulate chronic reward regulation. Night: relaxation and optimal sleep. Turn off screens 30 minutes before bed. 10 minutes of pre-bed relaxation. Deep breathing, plus body scan. Goal: get 7 to 8 hours of consistent sleep. Maintain circadian rhythm. Guided exercise. Narrator text for voiceover, 30 minutes. Sit down, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Feel your chest relax, the gentle wave of breath enter your body. Now take 10 deep, purposeful breaths, letting the stress leave your body with each exhale. Why do these things work? Breathing therapy and cold don't rewrite dopamine, but they desensitize the reward system. When sensitivity is lowered, small rewards no longer captivate you. Movement and good sleep are the biological foundation of mental stability. Warnings and safety tips. If you have heart or blood pressure problems, consult your doctor before taking a cold shower. If you're just starting out, build up the intensity gradually. The goal is continuity, not instant recovery. Method 3. Reward architecture. Redesign the environment to relearn deep pleasure. The dopamine mind looks for cues, lights, sounds, icons, vibrations. If you want to change behavior, redesign the environment. This technique is called signal masking, and it has lasting effects for months. 7-day environmental redesign plan. Week 0. Day 1. Identify a list of 20 triggers. Write down everything that immediately prompts you to scroll or react. Apps, channels, notifications, friends, per link. Day 2. Physical deletion. Remove icons from the home screen. Delete unnecessary apps. Turn off notifications. Day 3. Physical distancing. Remove your phone charger from the bedroom. Designate a designated study area. Day 4. Increase friction. Set longer passwords or use a time locker for remaining apps. Any interference should create a gap between the decision and the action. Day 5. Healthy reward space. Create a corner where only books, notebooks, and homework are allowed. Every time you spend 30 minutes in it, give yourself a real reward. Special tea, short walk. Day 6. Social commitment. Tell someone what your schedule is and report back each day. Day 7. Review and navigate. Review the results and make 3 new changes. Advanced reward architecture techniques. Laddered rewards. Instead of one big reward, divide your rewards. 10 minutes of focused work, 2 minutes of real rest, 20 minutes of work, small reward. This model trains the brain to receive pleasure from continuous effort. Good lie. Rules. Tell yourself, I'll only look for 10 minutes, and then immediately perform the alternative behavior. The brain usually copes with 10 minutes, but you need to have the alternative ready immediately. Dopamine budgeting. Set 3. High-level rewards. Each day and give yourself 0 for the rest of the day. Example, I'm watching a movie today. Main reward. Afternoon coffee, a long call. Think of the rest of the time as reserved rewards. Food, sleep, and brain chemistry. Morning protein, omega-3 fatty acids, leafy greens, vegetables. These are the foundation of healthy dopamine stabilization. Reducing simple sugars in your daily diet will slow down dopamine fluctuations and help you seek deeper pleasures. First thing in the morning. Natural light and a little protein. A strong signal to your brain that the day has begun, not an immediate dopamine boost. Daily checklist. Raw. Morning, 10 minutes of breathing, plus high protein mornings. Midday, 2 hours of focused work, Pomodoro, plus staggered reward. Evening, 20 minutes of purposeful movement, plus short cold shower, if doctor approves. Night, screen off 30 minutes before bed, plus 10 minutes of body scan. How to turn failure into opportunity. Every relapse is a given, not a final failure. Record it, find the trigger mechanism, and build a new barrier. With each modification, your new system becomes more resilient. End of part 1. Quick summary and command to action. These 3 methods are the foundational pillars of escaping the dopamine matrix: decisive interruption, physiological reset, and environmental redesign. If you do just one, you will see an effect. If you do all 3 together, your brain will start to prefer deep pleasure again. In part 2, which continues with 9 methods, I will give the next 3 methods with the same certainty and daily practice. Methods that move the mind from fast dopamine levels to long-term rewards. Method 4, mental diet. You are what your brain consumes. Everything you hear, see, or read is literally mental calories. Just as junk food poisons the body, superficial content poisons the mind. The dopamine mind loves volume, color, excitement, and meaning. So the first step in rebuilding the mind is a serious mental diet. The 3 golden rules of mental diet: conscious input, powerful output. No video, podcast, or news item should enter your mind without a clear intention. Ask yourself, is this content sharpening my mind or just stimulating it? If the answer is the latter, delete it. The rule of substitution. It's not enough to delete content, you have to replace it. For every minute you used to spend on instant gratification, now either read a book or listen to deep content. Suggestion: watch only 2 videos a day, but videos that raise your level of understanding and mental discipline. Examples: scientific documentaries, philosophy of mind, psychology of concentration, or long conversations with inspiring people. Media cleansing. Everything that comes into contact with your mind should be brought under the light of awareness. Your phone's home screen? Only apps that are consistent with your purpose. YouTube or Instagram? Only channels that provide education, depth, or mental discipline. Music? Eliminate any songs that cause restlessness or excessive excitement. Music should bring you into a state of concentration, not involuntary stimulation. 7-day mind cleansing. Practice. Days 1 to 3. Conscious consumption only. Every time you want to see something, reflect for 10 seconds. Days 4 to 7. Make a list of quality content, delete superficial accounts, and tune your YouTube or TikTok algorithm to watch only purposeful videos. Result: by the end of the week, your mind will start to re-engage in vacuum. That is, silence, creativity, and independent thought. You'll realize that silence is not the enemy. It's true peace. Method 5. Habit reprogramming. You create your future with repetition, not intention. The dopamine mind loves meaningless repetition. You need to reprogram the habit loop: trigger, action, reward. Not by force, but with careful architecture. The new habit model: identify the trigger. Every time you engage in a dopamine-driven behavior, e.g., checking your phone, write down exactly what triggered it. Boredom, loneliness, boredom, specific time. Once you find the trigger, you're 50% done. Create a replacement behavior. The brain hates the absence of a bad behavior, so you need to create an immediate and simple replacement. Example: instead of checking your phone, 10 stretches or 1 minute of mindful breathing. Instead of watching random videos, read a paragraph out loud from a book. Instead of eating a candy, drink a cold water. Redesign the reward. The mind seeks satisfaction, not necessarily pleasure, so reward yourself after every good behavior, but with a delay. Example: after 2 hours of focusing, you're allowed to watch a video or drink a special coffee. This delay teaches the brain that real pleasure comes after the effort, not before. Atomic change. The brain is afraid of big changes, so just get 1% better. If you want to focus for 1 hour, start with 10 minutes. If you want to build a reading habit, start with 2 pages a day. Small but consistent is real success. 21-day change framework, days 1 to 7, full awareness of triggers. Days 8 to 14, implementing alternatives. Days 15-21, consolidating delayed rewards. Eventually, your mind will associate effort with pleasure, and that means breaking out of the dopamine loop. Method 6. Purposeful silence and solitude. Dopamine reset days. A mind that is always noisy cannot hear itself. One of the most profound tools for resetting the mind is deliberate silence. Not superficial meditation, but complete disconnection from external input to reset the brain's neurochemistry. Instructions for a void day. Duration: minimum 12 hours, maximum 24 hours. Good time: once a week, e.g. Fridays. Basic rules: no cell phone, no music, no social media. Only physical books, notebooks, free writing, and silence. 30 minutes of contact with nature or sunlight is a must. Simple food, plenty of sleep, plenty of water. Psychological and physiological effects. After 6 hours, dopamine levels stabilize. After 12 hours, the brain begins to build new pathways for focus. After 24 hours, the mind feels inexplicably clear and motivated. Joy without stimuli. Inner mirror. Writing exercise. During this day, write and answer just one question. If my mind were to be emptied of the noise of the world, what would remain? Writing this answer will allow your true identity to emerge from the artificial layers. Most people see their true selves for the first time in silence. Part 2. Summary. So far you've learned how to control your mind's input, rebuild your habits, and reconnect with silence. If Part 1 was like cleansing the body, this is about rebuilding the mind. The next 3 steps, in Part 3, take you to the final layer. Mastering long-term rewards, letting go of your consumer identity, and building a self-sufficient system for endless motivation. Method 7. Build a delayed gratification mastery. Anything that gives immediate gratification will cost you later. In a world where everyone is after now, only those who can wait will reign supreme. Our dopamine system was built for survival, but in the digital age, it has become our enemy. To defeat it, you have to play the game by its own rules, but to your advantage. How to trick your brain into loving patience. Visualize future rewards. The brain doesn't make much of a difference between fantasy and reality. Close your eyes for 5 minutes every day and visualize yourself achieving a real result. For example, a perfect body, a successful business, a peaceful mind. This image gradually replaces immediate gratification. Incremental rewards. Small rewards for real progress. Example: 5 days without social media. Buy something you've been wanting for a long time. 30 days of morning exercise. Take a day trip with yourself. The brain learns that waiting is part of the pleasure. Record a sense of victory. Every time you resist a temptation, write down a sentence. Example: today I controlled the urge to check my phone. This little record is like a document of strength for your brain. It makes it easier to resist next time. Practice conscious patience. Every time you want something, just wait for 5 minutes. During these 5 minutes, watch how the feeling inside you disappears. Every time you resist, you are essentially retraining your dopamine network. The result? You no longer seek immediate pleasure. You create pleasure. Method 8. Identity detachment. You are not what you consume. You are what you create. Modern society has trained your mind with a big lie, that being equals having. But the dopaminergic mind is always hungry, because nothing material can satisfy a sense of meaning. 3 steps to breaking free from the consumerist identity. Define yourself in terms of creation, not ownership. Create one small thing every day. A piece of writing, a drawing, an idea, a piece of music, a sentence. Even if no one sees it, it doesn't matter. By creating, you are taking back control from consumerism. Eliminate artificial symbols of success. Branded clothes, new phones, likes, followers. These are all tools for seeking external validation. Every time you feel like you are enough without them, you are burning a layer of the matrix. Learn the art of selective indifference. You don't have to react to everything. The media trades in your emotions. Every reaction you make is data they steal from you. So be quiet. Your silence is resistance to the system. Daily practice to exit the matrix. Sit for 10 minutes a day without a goal. Don't think about anything, just observe. Every thought that comes to you, just write down, "This is not me." After a few days, you will hear your true voice above the noise of the world. Method 9. Dopamine self-sufficiency, the inner source. True freedom means no longer waiting for a stimulus. The final step is to regain power, not in escaping dopamine, but in mastering it. You don't want to eliminate dopamine, you want to own it. How to turn dopamine from an enemy into a force. Transform pleasure into meaning. Every time you do something, ask yourself, is this action growing me or just entertaining me? If it does, even the simplest pleasures become sacred. Inner source of motivation. Before you do anything, take a few moments to be silent and write down your motivation. Not for the result, but for the experience. When the goal comes from within, the dopamine mind shuts down because it is no longer external. Live with a natural rhythm. Dawn, work. Dusk, rest. Night, silence. Your body is in tune with the universe, not with a digital clock. The more you become one with nature, the less you need artificial stimulation. Creative mind, not reactive. Make just one conscious decision each day. For example, today I choose to be calm. Choosing is taking back the power. And when you choose, the system no longer chooses you. Final message. The dopamine mind doesn't want you to break free. It keeps you in a cage with every notification, every instant gratification, every promise of small pleasure. But now you have an exit plan. 9 methods, 9 keys. Mental diet, habit rewriting, conscious silence, patience, freedom from consumerism, and reconnecting with your inner source. Remember, mental freedom is not an event, it's a daily practice. Every day you resist, your mind becomes stronger. Every time you remain silent, the matrix becomes weaker. In the end, there is one thing that no algorithm can control: your consciousness.